my capacity as senior moderator, I hereby declare the results of the 117th Ultimate Fighting Championships Matt Hughes Forum Predictions event. 18 forum patrons took part and a tie-break was needed. With a score of 9 correct predictions, Rear Naked Choke and Atom Danger went into the tie-break. Rear Naked Choke submitted no tie-break on his predictions, whereas Atom Danger did. Therefore, with a correct score of 9 and a win in the tie-break, it gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the signature contest, who may wear the ciggy as long and as often as he likes. I announce and present to you the Matt Hughes Forum 117th Ultimate Fighting Championships Predictions Champion, Atom Danger. Except, of course, that turned out to be not the case. I had made a bit of a bungle, and actually the winner of the predictions signature was RNC and not Atom Danger. So I had to reverse the process, which was a little bit embarrassing. But there we are. Next weekend, which is why I'm doing them early, because next weekend is the annual carboot sale. You'll know that this was a tradition only started last year, in fact, when I did 2 carboot sales in the same year. I decided that I'm going to do it again, but only once this time. And next week is the date for our carboot sale, so I shall be incredibly busy all the time on Sunday doing all that sort of stuff. So I've decided to move the predictions for WEC, shunt it earlier, a little bit earlier. Jens, in fact, was the subject of some excitement this week when I went to the gym and accidentally left the window and his cage door open, to come back about 3 hours later and find him, you know, flying around the room and being walking backwards and forwards along the window ledge. We think that he has gone out possibly as far as the tree, which is a good sort of 5 odd metres away from the window. What we think he probably did is go from the windowsill down to the alcove, from the alcove across, perching on a little satellite dish which sticks out from the flat beneath, from there to the hedge, and then probably from hedge to this tree, and then back again. So we came very close to losing him, we think. Was a great shock to us, and it took some getting over. But we are over it, and we are celebrating today, in fact, being the 12th anniversary of what I call New Life Day, which is my the start of my year, and it is the most important date for me on the calendar. It's just a day, well, historically speaking, it's the day that an important season in my life started. It's also the date that I did my second testimony, which of course was the first time that I had a Christian faith separate from my parents, at the conclusion of the first questioning, which was the year beforehand, where I sort of developed my own faith, so to speak, after a little bit of a shaking, so to speak. It's hard to think that it's been 12 years, and we've done so much in that time. You know, we've finished our education, we've been to university, we've been to St Paul's, and now we've held down the job for a couple of years with our own flat and stuff like that. It's been a very, very long journey, but I hope that it's going to continue being a long journey. So, we are celebrating today, and we are, planning for the future, including I am possibly a couple of days away from announcing what I hope to do, which will be to breed my finches, and hopefully they will provide a clutch, before October, November time, and then I shall sell them. The plan would be, of course, to buy 2 new female birds and another cage, split the males up and pair them with females, and watch them nest and lay eggs. The eggs would hatch, and we would look after the birds for 6 weeks, launching a competition through this video in order to name the babies. Then in about 6 weeks, once they are ready to be separated, we'd sell them off either to the pet shops or to friends, you know. I probably want to sell them in pairs because they don't do so well on their own, they like company. So that is our hope, and then we would probably do a clutch in the autumn and a clutch in the spring, and we'd give them the summer and the winter to rest. So 2 clutches a year with 2 birds is a possibility of about 12 babies, which is 24 babies per year, possibly. That's our hope. We will see. I'm also going to UFC 120 in London. It was a spontaneous idea, really, because I was talking to somebody else online called Kaz, who does video predictions as well, and he just asked me, you know, are you going? And I hadn't thought about it, but I looked, and they had very, very cheap tickets, so I thought I would. Accommodation isn't quite sorted out yet. I have approached Angela. She doesn't know quite what she's doing for that month. But whatever happens, I have the tickets, so you know, the chances are quite likely I should be staying down there at some point. The name first. Capella is a star, in fact. It's on a load of star charts, and it's one that I picked out quite some time ago when me and my friends were supposed to adopt a star, and that was my star. So that's the inspiration. The reason that I'm doing it is very simple. That will allow me to basically copyright my videos. Why am I copyrighting my videos? Well, it's actually quite important, not particularly for these blogging videos, but for videos when I go to mixed martial arts events, and particularly those where I'm interviewing other people. It is important. We have recently discovered a guy whose account is now suspended after about 6 weeks. Took YouTube that long to get round to it, obviously, because he stole one of my videos. In fact, it was my Jens Pulver video. And he changed it and he uploaded it with a completely different slant. Made me extremely annoyed. He wouldn't take it down, so I eventually reported it. I'm figuring that if I can copyright it, it won't necessarily stop it happening, but it will mean that I have a more direct way of contacting YouTube very, very quickly and saying, look, that belongs to me, that's copyright theft, I want to get rid of it. So I'm creating almost a sort of a not-for-profit company, if you like, producing its own material and for copyright purposes. So this is the first real, because I can't obviously go back, but I can just now go forward. So this is the first properly copyrighted video for Capella Broadcasting. So there we are. Now, to finish off with, I had a little bit of a shock earlier on in the week when the power went out. So about a minute ago, everything shut down. Computer, lights, television, the whole lot. We're out of power, and we are in a blackout at the moment. Now, I phoned my parents. The television in their area is not working either, but they do still have lights. So the blackout's not as bad and not as far-reaching as as it could be. Thankfully, our fire alarm has not gone off, but I think some of the burglar alarms, if I just open the window, you can probably hear. They've gone off.